With the explosion of technology, you can work everywhere you want, so long as you have fast internet connection. And that is the story I am going to tell you. It is my personal story, and I am thrilled to share it with you. I am not telling you of my successful personal story to impress you. No, that is not the point. I want to impress upon you to see things differently. I am a resident of Soshanguve, and I love this place. I own a digital business, and right here in Soshanguve, I connected with my business partners in places like Dubai, New York, London, and Los Angeles. This is cool and peaceful place. I have invested a lot on maximum security and have peace of mind. There is no thought of crime. So this place is home and business rolled into one. That is fun. That is joy. Why would I leave this great, peaceful, quiet place to go and resides in Menlin or Centurion, where I will waste millions of rands in exorbitant rentals, giving my money to somebody? It does not make sense. Think long and hard. Start building your own. Stop being harassed by peer pressure. Grow up. Be yourself. Refuse to fit into the popular opinions. Be yourself. Unshackle yourself from always seeking to impress other people who so not even love you. You can start simple and eventually become a mogul. Do not envy white people. They too worked hard to be where you are. Stop being fooled by the ANC that whites stole everything. With slogans, the ANC control your mind and tell you who to hate. Grow up. Start building. Start creating where you are. Let us build our lives and forget about politics and slogans. I am your example. I live and do great business right here in Soshanguve. I am self-reliant. I do not listen to the ANC telling me to wait. This digital business is greatly fulfilling to me. I am part of the independent associates of a billion-dollar global company, and I take profits to almost 80,000 rands, with bonuses of 500,000 rands at the end of the year. Come and visit my offices right here in Soshanguve. The important thing for you is not to be carried around by empty, shiny things. Focus on yourself and what satisfies you. Stop chasing windy ideas. Get settled. Soshanguve is convenient and full of potential. It is a sprawling megametropolis of Pretoria, the capital city of South Africa. Combined with Mafabani and Hebron, Soshanguve is almost the size of Dubai. We are not small. I do mega business. I already told you about my earnings. So while you are listening to your politicians telling you to wait, while you are chasing windy ideas, while you are tossed around by peer pressure, while you are up and about trying to impress people who do not love you, I build, I create, I rise, and I do all these things right here in Soshanguve. That is my personal story, and I am telling it with the view that it will change you from negative to positive. There is so much foolishness going about, where people perpetually see themselves as disadvantaged. If they don't see themselves disadvantaged, they are pumped up thinking living in Santon and Menlin make them high class. My friend, you can only be high class by using your brains wisely. Any form of external high class is phantom and fantasy. Knock it off, you impress no one. Take back your life. A new public philosophy of sovereign souls, self-reliance, and local wealth creation. Black South Africans have been told to wait. Wait for housing. Wait for jobs. Wait for economic justice. Wait for a better life for all. But the waiting has only bred disillusionment, dependence, and decay. The People's Prosperity Code is the end of that waiting. It is a call to action, not through protest, but through creation, not through promises, but through personal innovation. Not through political salvation, but through entrepreneurial resurrection. The Marxist-Leninist undertones of the ANC and its alliance with communist structures have, in many ways, undermined African principles of ownership, personal responsibility, and generational wealth building. We make it clear, South Africa must cut ties with the ANC, not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. The ANC is not African heritage. It is not Ubuntu. Its roots are foreign, drawn from communist ideologies that have nothing to do with the wisdom, discipline, or economic principles of our ancestors. Communism is not care, it is control. It replaces the family with the state, enterprise with dependence, and spiritual dignity with political obedience. This work is a public education movement, not just a book or a campaign. Its purpose is to inspire a complete shift in mindset across South Africa, from passive dependency on the state and party politics to active, soul-driven, self-led transformation at every level of life. It aims to revive Ubuntu as a philosophy of personal mastery and leadership from within, rather than mere sentimentality and dependence. Ubuntu capitalism is a new economic philosophy rooted in ancient African wisdom and modern entrepreneurial spirit. It emerges from a world where ideologies have failed and where people are tired of being told what to wait for, instead of being shown what to build. Introduce people's capitalism as an economic model where communities build wealth through grassroots entrepreneurship, mentorship, and ownership, not handouts or elite-driven policies. Not a desperate youth hustling for bread, but a logistics innovator who built a township delivery economy with zero resources and maximum trust. His model is replicable, scalable, and already making community life smoother. Unveil the People's Prosperity Code, a set of practical principles and values designed to help individuals reclaim their agency, build meaningful lives, and create generational impact. At its core, this initiative is about restoring dignity through truth, restoring power through discipline, and restoring hope through action that starts from the inside out. We must teach South Africans that loyalty to a party that has failed morally, economically, and spiritually is not patriotism. It is bondage. Liberation was a chapter, not a religion. The ANC's struggle credentials cannot be a license for perpetual misrule. We are not obligated to remain loyal to a legacy that no longer serves the living. Ubuntu calls for wisdom, not worship. This movement is not a soft reform. It is a spiritual break, a complete reorientation towards self-leadership, economic empowerment, and a rejection of any ideology, foreign or domestic, that keeps South Africans weak, waiting, or wedded to the past. Those who scream, "Take the land," never ask whose, already building without it. People's capitalism is not a cry for help. It's a declaration of independence. It is capitalism from below, dignified hustle, entrepreneurial curiosity, micro-innovation, and community-driven progress. This is capitalism stripped of greed and returned to its origin, the individual's instinct to solve problems, serve others, and build. Philosophical foundations. Human dignity through creation, people's capitalism, holds that the highest dignity lies not in receiving handouts, but in creating services, products, systems, and values. Work becomes sacred, not because of wages, but because of what it allows you to express and contribute. The natural economy of the township. In every street vendor, hairdresser, backyard mechanic, and taxi operator is the seed of capitalism. They did not read Adam Smith, but they live his truths daily. This is a native capitalism, rooted in context, culture, and survival, not in theory. Spiritual capitalism. We believe wealth is more than money. It is resilience, networks, trust, creativity, and character. These inner resources are the first capital in people's capitalism, and they belong to everyone. Core beliefs ownership over dependency risk, over entitlement imagination, over ideology tinkering, over theory community, over corporatism creativity, over conformity practical expression. You don't need a new idea. Just a new way. Take what works, twist it slightly, localize it, and do it with style. Uber did not invent taxis. Airbnb did not invent beds. People's capitalism teaches young people, copy with flair, and serve with excellence. Access-based wealth, you don't have to own everything. Just control access. Rent, borrow, lease, share. This is the spirit of bootstrapping. High return, low capital. We teach young capitalists how to start with nothing and grow something. Storytelling as strategy. People's capitalism is driven by narrative. We document and celebrate stories of Black South Africans rising through sweat, creativity, and vision, not through politics. This becomes the new mythos, the new legend, the new gospel. Tech-enabled, human-centered. We teach youth to use AI, mobile apps, and social platforms as tools of trade, but always with the human soul at the center. Tech is the scalpel. People are the surgeons. Our icons are not billionaires, they are builders. We don't idolize Elon Musk. We respect the uncle who started a funeral business with a baccy and a tent. We don't need fancy degrees. We need hustle wisdom passed down, digitized, and scaled. Our motto: we rise by building, not by begging. Wealth is made, not inherited. We are the new capitalists, people's capitalists. Observing and learning from Indians. Among Africans, there is a well-known saying: an Indian becomes wealthy with just one banana. At first glance, it may sound like a simple proverb, but it carries deep admiration for the Indian community's entrepreneurial spirit, resilience, and long-term thinking. Across many African townships and inner cities, this saying is spoken with respect, not as sarcasm, but as a reflection of a cultural truth observed over generations. What this saying captures is the essence of starting small, thinking smart, and growing steadily. It tells the story of how a person can buy a few bananas, set up a small table on a street corner, and begin trading. From those modest beginnings, day after day, profit is reinvested. Relationships are built with suppliers and customers, and soon that one banana becomes a fruit stall, a grocery store, then a chain. It is not magic, it is mindset. The Indian community in South Africa and across the continent has shown that wealth does not begin with capital. It begins with attitude. This is a community that understands margins, hustle, and the power of consistency. They buy in bulk, reduce wastage, negotiate hard, and save more than they spend. They work long hours. They involve the whole family. They build brick by brick. There is no shame in starting small, only shame in staying small without effort. In township economies, Indian traders are often the backbone of local commerce. Whether it is a corner shop, a fabric store, a spice wholesaler, or a cell phone dealer, their presence is felt because of this principle. Start now. Start with what you have and grow smartly.